Hey guys, Marsing here bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be taking a look at STR Ultimate Gohan's EZA. Unfortunately I did have to work today, so couldn't stream the EZA, but I got it done while I was at work. So this man is fully EZA'd, full level 10 links, which is very fortunate because I had the full level 10 links thumbnail made for him. And right up until I left work to come home and record, the power bestowed by God was still at level 9. So it literally got to level 10 probably about 20 minutes before sitting down to record this video. So pretty convenient. So full level 10 links. He's got skill orbs and everything. Not the best ones because I don't really have a lot of good silver skill orbs. So I've just given him a super attack one. Probably would give him more additional. Now, considering what he does, I would probably give him more additional than crit, whereas beforehand I'd given him a very basic like STR unit build, where he had like 9 additional and 14 crit. So the biggest thing about this guy is that he is a Hybrid Saiyans category lead for 3 key and 170% across the board, which of course makes him the go-to Hybrid Saiyans leader, because not only do you get that attacking defense, but you're going to have a lot more HP than if you're running double Tech Gohans. I think probably the best build is still to use one of him as the leader and then use a friend Tech Gohan, so the team still has 2 Tech Gohans, but he is obviously still going to be very useful. His super attack effect is now greatly raises defense for 1 turn, so remember that's a 50% buff, and then he greatly raises attack infinitely and does immense damage to the enemy, so that's going to build up like 50% each time. And then his passive is now attack and defense 158%, superclass allies defense 50%. Now he also gives an additional key +2 and attack 30% for entrusted will category superclass allies. He has a high chance to guard, so unfortunately they did not give him guaranteed guard, but he has a 50% chance to guard. However, when his guard actually procs, he then guards all attacks and launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super for 4 turns. So the good thing about that, of course, is it means once you guard once, you're guarding for the next couple of turns, and you're getting the potential to do an additional attack. Well, you do an additional attack that has a potential to be an additional super, which of course is another defense raise for the turn, as well as another stack for his infinite attack. And then obviously you get to guard for 4 turns. Now, the only downside to that is, we've talked about this in the past with units like the Tech Super Saiyan 3, Vegeta GT, and some other units that have these effects that only last for a certain number of turns, is it obviously does mean once 4 turns have passed, his guard is then not going to be active, and you're relying on the 50% chance again. So that isn't the biggest deal in the whole world, because obviously he still has the 50% chance that it's going to proc again. So obviously this Gohan is going to be very, very useful. So I'm just getting the wiki page opened up here because I want to just double check exactly, because he's always been good for the defensive support, but now he gives entrusted will category allies this 2 key and 30% attack. So we'll go ahead and just start here. So we've got him in slot 1. His best linking partner, funnily enough, is going to be Tech Gohan. So for this showcase, I did bring a friend Ultimate Gohan as well, because I want to try him out with a couple of different link partners. I think one of his next best linking partners is the AGL Trunks, although I think they only share like 3 links. So I kind of wanted to show him off in this showcase with only having a couple of links on that one rotation, just to show how well he's going to do. But obviously on this turn, not only have we got All in the Family active, which is a great defensive link, we also have Saiyan Lineage, which of course, the good meme, everybody loves a bit of Saiyan Lineage. That's also giving him a little bit of extra attack and defense. But All in the Family at level 10 is 20% defense. And then he's getting a buff from Kid Gohan and Trunks. So he's at 250k defense pre-super, and he has the 50% chance to guard. So obviously on super attack, he's jumping up to over 350k. And we get the guard. So now he is going to be guarding for 4 turns. He's going to get the guaranteed additional attack. So just under 4 million. Now he's got 40% attack support from the STR Trunks. The thing I will say about him, and I kind of said the same thing about the Goku part of the Goku Gohan card as well, is because he's an infinite stacking unit, I'm not too concerned that his attack stat isn't ridiculously high on turn 1. Because obviously he's going to build up over time, and it's going to get higher and higher. And then especially when you factor in, obviously, you know, him having the... Actually, I think because we automatically guard against a physical enemy, don't we? So that should proc that part of his passive. So we've got 4 links active. We've got the 40% support from Goku and Goten and Trunks even. So 220k defense. Let's go ahead and grab these. Once we get Tech Gohan transformed into Ultimate Gohan, that's obviously when this rotation is going to be cooking, because they're going to share a great link set. Obviously, Tech Ultimate Gohan becomes an absolute beast. And then, yeah, there's the guard. So, because it's a physical enemy, we basically guarantee that we guard against him. And what's so good about that for this Gohan is that then, obviously, that procs that part of his passive where he's now going to guard for 4 turns and do this additional attack. And there we go, hidden potential. So triple super attack. So his defense is now like well over like 450k, and he guards. So obviously that kind of turn is where he's going to look really, really good. So here, like I say, we're sharing what? Saiyan Lineage, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle. Now obviously we could do this, because we already know he's going to guaranteed guard. So we can let Trunks go off here. Obviously, if there were attacks in slot 1, I would put Gohan there. But this is one of those perfect opportunities where, because we don't have to do that, we can just put him in slot 2, get all in the family active. So now he's got 236k defense. So he's going to be up to just over 350 after he super attacks. So he's not getting any attack support on this turn. So let's go ahead and see what attack stats he's going to do here. Obviously, AGL Trunks is potentially going to go off in slot 1. But again, this rotation has no attack support, so he shouldn't go full on. Oh, well, apparently he's not going to go ham at all. So 3.72. Again, now we have no attack support, so that's not too bad. Can we get the additional super again this turn? Yeah, he jumps up to 3.96, so he went up by almost 2.5. So if we can actually get the triple super turn, he will go up to over 4 million here. We did not. But he's going to guard this, so... Sorry, Goku, I know you're an AGL enemy in this phase, but let me just eat that up for double-digit damage. Yep, there we go. So, this is the thing about this Gohan, right? So, everybody, of course, immediately disappointed when he didn't have guaranteed guard. I've actually made a video talking about guard, which I probably will put out maybe tomorrow, talking about, like, Tech Gohan and his impact on the meta and that kind of stuff. But obviously, like, once you get that guard proc once, he then has it for the 4 turns. That is obviously actually really, really good. So this is a showcase for him. So I'm not going to let Tech Gohan go first, because obviously Tech Gohan would absolutely finish him off. So the big thing I wanted to talk about as we see him in action here is people comparing him. See, 5 million. This is the one that triple super attacked on the turn before. So he's up to 5 million now with the 40% attack support from Trunks. And look at that. The fact that he didn't kill him is actually good, because then we get another super and jump up to 5.3. So... that gives him another stack, which is actually very beneficial to him. So, as I was going to say, obviously people are sort of downplaying or like maybe underestimating this Gohan. I don't know how you want to put it, because of the fact that when you compare him to units like Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta or Turles, who obviously we don't have on global yet, he does seem a bit lackluster, like when you read his kit on paper compared to those units. But some of the things we have to think about is the other stuff that he is doing for the team. Because Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta is the perfect example where he is obviously a very powerful EZA unit. He's a 170 lead across the board for Pure Saiyans, so he's probably the go-to Pure Saiyans leader if you want to run as varied a Pure Saiyan team as possible. However, he doesn't do anything for the team around him, outside of obviously having a fairly decent link set. Like, if you want to run a Pure Saiyans team, but you don't want to run Blue Evolution Vegeta on rotation, so you have both of them floating in the 3rd spot, every time they float onto a rotation, they're obviously not providing anything, right? They're not a support unit. So that's where this Gohan, you can obviously quite fairly compare him to Turles, because he is a support unit. So he gives 50% defense support, which is obviously very, very good. And then super class allies Entrusted Will, 2 key and 30% attack. So I've got the wiki page up here. When we look at hybrid Saiyans in particular, Entrusted Will, because obviously you're mainly going to run him as a hybrid Saiyans lead, right? But when it comes to his role on the team, if you want to run him as a 3rd slot floating unit, because you don't want to have him on rotation, hybrid Saiyans Entrusted Will, we have AGL Dokkan Fest Trunks, LR AGL Gohan, the EZA LR Goten and Trunks are on here. We got Int LR Gohan as well as physical LR Trunks. Let me grab these orbs for you. We won't transform Gohan just yet here. We'll get another Actually, I guess I probably should have, but it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and do this. Do we still have guard active on this turn? We do not, and we did not get the proc. So 5 million, almost up to 5 million with no attack support on rotation now is pretty good. But yeah, let's see, who are some of the TURs? Super Saiyan 3 Trunks, obviously very good with his EZA Heroes unit. We've got, obviously, Tech Ultimate Gohan is on Entrusted Will. Tech Transforming Trunks, who will get an EZA at some point. Int Gotenks is a Hybrid Saiyan that's on Entrusted Will. This STR support Trunks that we're using, as well as the STR Super Saiyan 2. If you're using them on Goku family, the new STR Goku and Gohan is on Entrusted Will. The Super Trunkses are on there. So yeah, there are a lot of very, very good Hybrid Saiyan units who are on Entrusted Will. So if you're using a lot of them on your Hybrid Saiyans build, then running him as a floating support unit is going to work perfectly fine. So you can run him as the double leader, and then obviously just float both of them off. Although I do think overall, with how powerful the team is defensively, you can run obviously one of him and then Tech Gohan, because then you can have a Tech Gohan on both rotations. He's got guaranteed guard, so as good as the EZA for this Gohan seems to be, it's probably easier to not have to roll the dice to get that initial proc, and then again when the 4 turns run out, and just have a Tech Gohan on both rotations in slot 1. But of course, if you want to run this guy on main rotation with one of the Tech Gohans, he's still going to be pretty good, because you see here, we're getting 40% attack and defense support from this Trunks, and only 3 links active. So we only have 189k defense at the start of the turn. Now, fortunately, we're only being attacked by STR and physical here, which actually works out really nicely, again, because if we don't guard against the STR Cell Jr., we should still guard against the physical one, because he's physical, and then that will proc that part of his passive. So that does actually work out quite nicely. So, of course, he's going to super. Do we guard? We do not guard. So, 173. And then we didn't guard the physical one. So, I guess it doesn't work like that then. We must have actually just got the proc earlier against the physical cell. Now, the problem with chance to guard units is not only do we not know whether it's going to go off, but once it doesn't go off, interesting, it can activate mid-turn. Because I was literally just going to say, with a lot of these units, the guard doesn't activate mid-turn. So like Tech Android 16, with all the attempts we did on Android's Extreme Super Battle Road, it was not, I don't think he ever, like he can't activate his guard mid-turn. I know that the 16 and 18 can. So maybe that's just something they've decided to start doing going forwards, because obviously this EZA is brand new. But I mean, we saw it right here on this turn. His guard can activate mid-turn, because he got hit by a physical enemy and didn't guard, then he super attacked, and then he guarded afterwards. So, very interesting. That obviously helps out quite a lot with the fact that it can proc during the turn. So, let's go ahead and transform Tech Ultimate Gohan here. So now we are looking at every link except Z Fighters and the Saiyan lineage. Kind of weird considering they're both Ultimate Gohans, that are both Dokkan Fests, and are like from obviously the same part of the show. But he's getting the extra links from the Gohan, the Goten and Trunks in slot 3, so he's going to be looking real good. But 220k defense pre-super with the 40% support. I mean, the thing is, technically that's not even really that good. It's just the fact that the guard on top is obviously what makes him so good defensively. So grab these for you. We're going to get the Dokkan attack here. So let's see, is this one guarding? Yeah, this one's guard is either still active or has just reactivated. That's the only problem as well. Like, obviously, when you're recording a showcase and you're going through a bunch of different topics and trying to talk and record and play the game at the same time, it's very difficult to keep track of the number of turns that have passed. Whereas, obviously, when you're using this guy, the smart thing to do is when his guard activates is to then make a mental note of, like, the 6 turns. So, let's see. I mean, the Dokkan attack will just wipe everybody out here. Yeah, 10 million damage, no crit. Because this is the thing, right? Because he's an infinite attack stacking unit, by the time you get to the point in an event where you're going to be getting the Dokkan attack, then obviously his attack is going to have built up quite significantly. So we use the item here to cleanse the rotation locking, because I hate that. And then what are we looking at here? With Kid Gohan on rotation, just under 200k. But this one is the one that got his proc mid-turn, right? So he is guarding, yeah. So he just takes double-digit damage. And then, of course, post-super attack, 4.68. So I think his real function, because we're showing him off here on main rotation, putting him in slot 1 quite a lot. But because he doesn't get any buffs from being attacked, I feel like the best way to use this guy is just going to be in slot 2 next to Tech Gohan, because he gets that extra little bit of defense on super attack. So if his guard doesn't activate, his defense is still going to be reasonably good. Now, obviously, in a very difficult event, like let's say even on Global, the hardest event we've got, right? If he's attacking in slot 2, if he doesn't guard, he's not going to survive the final flash from Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. But it's definitely good because Tech Gohan wants to be hit first, especially before he transforms. So putting him in slot 1 and then this Gohan in slot 2 does seem like probably the most efficient way to like use this unit. But I think Gohan's probably not going to finish off Cell here, which means we won't get to do that on the next turn. Because, oh, he gets a crit additional? Ah, no additional. Okay. That would have been very good for finishing him off. Because if we had a phase with fresh HP, then I would have put Tech Gohan in slot 1 and then let this guy go off here. So we're locked in place again. I don't think anyone else does rotation lock though, do they? So, oh no, I pressed the auto. I always do that. Now that auto is a thing, I find myself misclicking the auto battle button instead of the item button, which is really annoying. So we'll let Gohan get hit. Well, I don't think he'd been hit yet, did he? So now he has his permanent attack up. 5.4, considering we transformed him quite early, and there's been multiple instances where he hasn't really gotten to attack. That's definitely not too bad. But we'll go back to our STR Gohan rotation here. So this is where we definitely need to get the guard. I don't know if this one's passive is still active from previous turns, but let's see what we get here out of our boy. Guard? Did not guard. And we're getting super attacked. So is this where the video ends? Is this the downside of STR Gohan's EZA? Yes. Yes, it is. So there you go. I mean, it's one of those things, right? I could re-record this showcase so that he doesn't die. But when we're taking into account all of the factors of this unit, that is something you have to take into account, right? Like on that rotation, if you're running double STR Gohans, we wanted to put him in slot 1 and he didn't guard. So that is the downfall of chance to guard units. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I will do a video where we take him into the Legendary Vegeta event, and hopefully the RNG serves us a little bit better once we get to the end. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.